Presently in the United States, children are in more danger psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually than they have ever been in this country. There are approximately 52 million children under age 12 in America who spend $40 billion a year of their own money on consumer products directly aimed at them, and they influence their parents to spend another $700 billion aimed at children and supposedly products children consume. This generation of children is the target of marketing gurus, basically based on greed and consumption, more than any generation of young children in the history of the United States, from the iPods to websites, television commercials, and so on and so on. Children have become the targets of people who want to make money off of them. I've written a commentary on our website at rutherford.org. It's called The Hostile Takeover of Childhood. You need to read it carefully because I can only give you a few glimpses here. The marketing begins very early, aimed even at infants, babies. The Federal Trade Commission estimates that children between 2 and 11 years old see approximately 25,000 commercials a year. They're also targeted on billboards, all kinds of venues, including even school buses. So they're surrounded today in an advertising matrix. When you think they couldn't sink any lower, some of the most popular clothing chains aim sex at young girls as early as 10 years old. In fact, one particular company advertises a pair of thongs for 10-year-olds with the words "eye candy" on them, written across the thongs. Again, there's more on this subject in my commentary entitled The Hostile Takeover of Childhood at rutherford.org, and you should read it. But the questions we have to ask is, how did we get here in the first place? First of all, America's moral compass is dead. We have no way to hold anybody morally accountable, even more, not the advertising industry or our government. Also, there's a huge spiritual void in American culture, which we're trying to fill with materialism. And as any minister, rabbi, or psychologist will tell you, you cannot fill the spiritual void with materialism. What used to hold American society together was the family. But the family is in really bad shape. In fact, the family as we know it, the traditional family, may be on the way to extinction. Up to 50% of marriages in this country end in divorce. And this includes evangelical Christians who supposedly promote stable families. Moreover, technology is no friend to families and children. As Professor Neil Postman has written, if you can't control the information your child is receiving as a parent, you can't control your child and you can't keep your family together. Also, with the decline of the overarching moral values in this country, mediating structures such as families, neighborhoods, communities, churches, and synagogues are all dissipating. These used to act as a buffer between the government and families and parents. With that disappearing now, what we're going to see is a continual growth of the authoritarian government and state-run public school systems, daycare centers, and there may become a time when children are basically going to be under some kind of state authority from the time they're born. What can be done? In some countries, commercials aimed at children are outlawed. They're just against the law. But don't expect anything from the corrupt Congress in the United States, which is basically an extension, often, of lobbyists from the advertising and marketing firms. We can enact some kind of protective strategies, but parents are going to have to do it. You're going to have to limit the access of technology to your children, such as computers, text messaging on cell phones, all the things that pull children away from the family. Eat family meals together. Take walks. Don't be taking your children regularly to the malls. Keep them away from all the damaging images that children see today. But again, it takes parents taking control. Also, parents become politically active. When you see things you don't like on television, besiege your congressman. If you see it happening at the local level, go see your local representative. Become very active. If we want to save our children from the marketing vampires, we're going to have to do one thing and one thing only in the beginning, and that's put our children first. Parents, take action.